So Natalie decided to reveal the DMs between her and Jamal. Now, yesterday we spoke about Jamal and him no longer, showing Natalie's face on his Instagram page. So of course, the pictures that he now has of her, he has now blurred them out on his page out of respect to her request. Well, seems to me as if Natalie wasn't exactly happy with the way Jamal went about it, so she's come back with some screenshots showing a conversation that she had with him privately. Now, as you can see here, she's obviously tagged his name as well as 90 Day Fiancé as well by saying, "I never said you were flirting me." And as you can see here, from this side here, I believe this is a comment made by Natalie, where she says, "Whoever posted it can delete only my picture. Just click on dots. I need a good image of me. I worked too hard." So Natalie, obviously, is always upset when pictures are taken out of when pictures are posted online and they are not from her best angle, which realistically is such a dumb thing because really and truly, you're not always going to find a picture online or a video online of yourself that's going to look great anyway. You know what I mean? We all once 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 you're on TV or even in a YouTube video or whatever, like people can take a screenshot of you at any different angle, and it is what it is. But anyway, with that being said, obviously Jamal responded by saying, "Natalie, you have thousands of pictures everywhere," which is true. Do you go to all the bloggers and tell them to delete your picture? To be fair, I've actually known Natalie to do that before. To be fair, she has actually gone to bloggers before, and she actually said, "Hey, I want this picture taken down." I believe there was one before where there was a meme of a character from, I believe it is Family Guy, that everybody believes was actually adaptation of Natalie. And I remember seeing this on blog pages where obviously there's a picture of Natalie next to that one, and Natalie was not happy about it. So I do know she did go around asking some bloggers, you know what I mean, that I've spoken to. Now some of them took it down, some of them didn't. So to be fair, she does actually do that. To be fair. Now, continuing here, obviously he does say to her, "You told Josh I was flirting with you in Miami. I was just trying to be nice. Why would you say that?" Well, interesting, very, very interesting. Now, of course, to be honest with you, is there a chance that he was flirting with Natalie when they were in Miami? I'm going to say probably not, because at the end of the day, if he's just being kind for the sake of being kind, then it is what it is. And Natalie is the kind of person that will confuse kindness as flirting, okay? Or a joke has being mean. I mean, look at it this way. She's upset about pictures of her being posted online. Like, girl, it's not that deep. So to be honest with you, I would not be surprised if she was somebody that would make a small situation or situation that is nothing into something that it is not. But there is more. So let's get into the next one. But I will ask you guys actually the question. Do you believe that there was a time when Jamal really was out there trying to flirt with Natalie? Or do you believe he was just being nice and she's taking the wrong way? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's move on to the next one. So in this screenshot, as you can see in particular, she has decided to share, I believe, comments that were made on a post. Now, as you can see here, Natalie obviously responds to someone else by saying, "I am good, just coming from college and being bullied by Jamal." Look at her going out of her way to discredit Jamal. Damn, girl is on a mission. "I kindly asked him to remove a picture from Vegas and he started a war against me. I never talked about group ones. I have seen them on my page too. A Vegas picture was offensive and not fun. I do not understand why grown men acts like a little boy." Now remember, guys, this is the picture we spoke about yesterday in the video regarding Jamal, and that is the one where literally is a screenshot from her from 90 Day Fiancé Last Resort, where she says, "Invite me to Vegas." Honestly, that picture has been overused by so many people. It is kind of wild that she's now deciding to, have an issue with it just because I guess Jamal used it because Jamal is friends with Josh. That's my assumption. Now, to be fair, maybe she has tried to reach out to other people in the past to tell them to take it down, but girl, calm down. And like I said before, the woman literally just won a competition for Miss Pageant of somewhere, somewhere, somewhere. So really and truly, these images of her online and these memes that have been going on for years upon years upon years clearly have not affected the image, because if they did, then I guess she wouldn't have won. But at the same time, if she didn't win that show, I wouldn't say it's because of the images. It would be just because she just didn't win. Yeah. But I understand we live in a world now where everything where we can be judged based on what is posted online. Of course, if you apply for a job, people will try and look you up and see if there's anything bad about you, obviously online, before they potentially employ you, depending on that line of work. So it is a thing, but I don't think it's that deep in this situation. I think Natalie's just making a big deal out of it, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you're thinking, folks. Is anyone out there, a model, anyone out there, a Miss Pageant kind of contestant who can tell us that, hey, if there's images of you looking looking different, you know. But at the same time, though, Natalie's got a whole Instagram page of her showing that she's out here getting different sorts of like works done to her face, done to her body. You know what I mean? I would have thought, to be honest, pageants were based on women being natural, not women being, you know, altered. But that's just me. But nonetheless, though, as you can see, she puts obviously "stop bullying me" and obviously tags Jamal again, as well as 90 Day Fiancé. Now, I do wonder why she keeps tagging 90 Day Fiancé in these posts. Is it because she's trying to get 90 Day Fiancé to never work with Jamal again? Is she trying to get him blackballed by 90 Day Fiancé? Is that why she's like, look, he's bullying me. You know, this is why you shouldn't bring him back to the show. You need to obviously let him go because he's not good for business. He's bullying other people. So I do wonder if that's why she's tagging 90 Day Fiancé, to notify them, to show them her receipts of this behavior. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Is that what you think? Let me know. But nonetheless, though, let's move on to the next one. And then, of course, last but not least, she comes in and says, "Me and Josh have broken up. If him and his boys can't post pictures without adding my face, that says a lot more about them than it does about me. Bullying me further by escalating the situation, posting screenshots, blurring my face in group photos, etc. is showing you really need my face to get attention you want. I've moved on from Josh and anyone he associates with, and I suggest they do the same." And again, tagging 90 Day Fiancé. Like, girls out here really trying to say, 90 Day Fiancé, these guys are not being nice to me. They need to be gone. Okay, cool. Let's break down, obviously, what she's saying here, folks, okay? So, obviously, she starts off by letting us know that her and Josh are obviously broken up, which is something that we obviously know. And also pretty much stating that him and his boys are, you know, can't post pictures without adding her face. Listen, here's the thing. The photos that Jamal posted, okay? Do you know what? Let's go to the photos that Jamal posted, because honestly, this is utterly ridiculous. Because the fact is, though, she's obviously complaining about the fact that her boys can't post pictures, okay, without adding her face, okay, and then obviously going and making pictures, obviously, or blurring her face. Well, look at this. In fact, before we even go to Jamal's page, I want to show you something real quick, okay, folks, here, right? So, you see this right here? This is a picture of who? And this is Natalie's page. This is a picture of Natalie in the middle, okay, with Vanya, yep, and Jamal, okay. So bear in mind, this is a reel. So obviously, when you click on the reel, it goes into the thingy. It's obviously a preview of the show, okay. But either way, though, she has chosen, out of all the pictures she could have used, has a thumbnail for this reel. She chose the one that has Jamal in it. Okay, cool. I don't see any issues from Jamal or anyone, you know, complaining about, hey, take this down, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Because remember, folks, let's not forget. Let's just make this abundantly clear. She says, okay, right, "Me and Josh are broken up. If him and his boys can't post pictures without adding my face, that says a lot about them than it does about me. But hold on a minute. You are literally showing us you posting a picture or using a picture of you and Jamal together, which is one of his boys, the same boy that you have an issue with. So now, let's get into Jamal's page. Now, as you can see, we are now on Jamal's profile, okay? You click on it, right? First and foremost, the first picture that we see here has nothing to do with, what's her name? It has nothing to do with Natalie, okay, right? There we go, over here. It has nothing to do with Natalie in any shape or form, folks, okay? That's the first thing that we need to establish here, okay, right? And and then what we saw from hers, it has Jamal has, you know, as part of that page. So we move on. Obviously, there's a group photo with people in it. Obviously, Jamal wants to show everybody he's having a good time with, okay, which is fine. Natalie just happened to be a part of that picture. Now, should he not post this picture just because Natalie's in it and she has complained about the fact that she has asked to not be used? I mean, listen, end of the day, if I've got a picture like this and I feel like I'm looking good myself and I feel like everybody else is looking great, I'm going to post a goddamn picture. You know what I mean? And obviously, if I got to blur you out, I will blur you out, okay? But I tell you what now, I'm definitely not about to pay someone to completely remove you out of the picture as if you wasn't there, because that's money right there. I can do this for free. So I don't see the issue. And remember, this is a series of pictures where not all of them even involve Natalie, okay? Literally, so far we've seen one. Now we've seen two. Again, there's a picture that obviously, and ironically, this picture here is the same one, and this is the funny bit, folks. This is the funny bit. This picture here is the same one that she used as a thumbnail on her page. But you see the differences with this picture and when she's on her page? On that one, she cut off Nikki. I believe this is Nikki from Hunt for Love. She's cut her out. She's only used these three. I wonder why she's only used these three. Is it because these three were already a part of the show, so therefore it's more to give her clicks, rather than if she cut him out, then obviously it would be a bit more different. Either way, though, the matter of fact, she's used this picture. And again, this is 2 pictures we've seen so far in a slide. Okay, this slide itself in particular here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm pretty sure I count that correct. 12. 2 pictures out of 2 pictures used of her out of 12. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Damn, but I don't think that was 12 though. I think I may have counted that incorrectly, you know. It's kind of bothering me. Let's just count the dots at the bottom. I do apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that was right. Yeah, it was a 12. Sorry, I just need to make sure. So the matter of the fact is though, she's all up in her feelings, okay, right? Regarding Jamal posting a picture of her. Okay, and now bear in mind, this is the picture that she's referring to, where he used this in his post, where he literally says, invite me to Vegas right now. Now, of course, the reason why this is here is purely because I guess they are in Vegas. So obviously it was a funny reference to use. And end of the day, again, it's one picture of Natalie out of a series of pictures of this whole post here. End of the day, she got in her feelings purely because of that. Honestly, the woman needs help. At least that's my opinion anyway, okay? But of course, she's claiming that, now I don't know if this is to be true, but she's claiming apparently if you click on the 3 dots, you can remove this picture out of the lineup. I don't know if that's true. I've never tried it myself personally, because why would I want to do that? You know what I mean? When I post pictures, I don't post pictures with the intention of then removing any pictures. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you. But I will say this though, as I'm actually having this conversation right now, she's actually not wrong. I'm literally checking it on my phone. You can actually do that, to be fair with you. So the question really remains, should Jamal have just removed this picture rather than posting other pictures to then make a point about Natalie's situation, which would then back up, I guess, what she's saying here. Obviously here she does say, if him and his boy blah 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 blah, it says a lot about it, and then goes, bully me further by escalating the situation, posting screenshots blurring my face in group photos. It's showing you really do need my face to get attention. I mean, listen, to be honest with you, let's be real. Everything that Natalie's doing right now is all for attention. Everything that Jamal did back towards her, it probably also for attention, because he didn't have to really put the pictures out there of her in it. But at the same time, I understand it. This is what I'm saying. So really and truly, the attention is really something that they are both working for here. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? She can talk about the fact that she's obviously moved on from Jamal, Josh, and all that kind of stuff. But I really don't think Jamal posting pictures of her or the Vegas thing has anything to do with Josh in any slightest form. I think it's literally because that meme is trendy. Literally trendy. It's as simple as that. But hey, do you believe that Jamal went too far? Do you believe that he escalated and became petty by posting pictures of her with a blurred face, you know, rather than just avoiding her in general? And do you think he was also wrong for not deleting the picture that she asked for, because it obviously upset her poor feelings? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.